Hi guys, this is Gaurav again and welcome to the second part of vocal production. And last time हमने देखा how to actually tune up a vocal, that is my vocal, and to some extent मैंने उसको cleanly tune up कर दिया था. I've still made a few changes, just say it's become slightly better again. So as you will hear that. लेकिन the trick of this particular production 2 tutorial is कि मैं आपको दिखाऊं कि vocals को बड़ा कैसे बना. How do you actually make them very thick? कभी कभी क्या होता है when you do a single layer you understand, and काफ़ी लोग double layer भी करते हैं यानी कि DT करते हैं. लेकिन there's still one more trick जो मैं काफ़ी यूज़ करता हूँ and that I've used in many of my recordings for either film or even for the pop music that I've done recently. To thicken the artist's voice, वो मैं आपको reveal करूँगा. It's something that you might know or might not know actually. Maybe it's a surprise for you. तो मैं आपको दिखाता हूँ ये. सबसे पहले I'm going to play the voice once again with the silent track that we have, and then I'll show you what additionally I'm doing. So here it is, just to recall. And I still haven't found what I'm looking for, what I'm looking for. So there, great. Now it's like a quite tuned vocal जो अच्छे से बैठ रहा है. It's got the right feeling for now. So I'm going to switch on some reverb and delay जो मैंने थोड़ा सा इसमें लगा रखा है. Additionally मैंने क्या किया, I've put an EQ on this voice to clean up the low section. तो इसके बारे में मैं आपको correctly दिखाऊंगा in module 3, which is production and mixing of vocals. लेकिन I'm just basically telling you कि मैंने जो lows हैं उनको थोड़ा roll off कर रखा है, and that's for a reason. You will see why, because I'm creating layers which will be low and high, so that's why I'm rolling this off. And just to listen, अभी मैं एक delay और एक reverb डाल रखा है just to enjoy the vocal a little more. So and I still haven't found what I'm looking for, what I'm looking for. So it sits a little better. Okay, now what I did additionally is, guys, I went and I recorded a low octave version of what I was singing. I just went and I sang the same song in a lower octave. So just listen to what that sounds like. And of course, मैंने उसको already pitch correct कर दिया, so I'm not going to waste time showing you pitch correction. You just use the same formula. It is right here. You open it, you can see कि इसको मैंने pitch correct कर रखा है यहाँ पे. So that's not the important part. So listen to just this vocal alone. I know it's going to sound strange, but you will see the whole effect once it comes together. Okay, so listen to this. Haven't found what I'm looking for, what I'm looking for. And I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Now since it's very low, it's very hard to sing in key for most singers. इतना नीचे गाना तो impossible. मैं तो क्या ढंग का singer हूँ भी नहीं, so it's not expected of me, please. Anyway, तो मैंने क्या किया, इसको tune कर दिया. Now it's not important how it sounds, because ये अकेले में use नहीं होगा layer. It's going to be used in conjunction with the main voice. So now I want to play you the main voice, a little bit of the music along with this, ताकि you see what's the difference now. And I still haven't found what I'm looking for, what I'm looking for. Okay, again without it. And I still haven't found what I'm looking for, what I'm looking for. So did you notice there's automatically a magic bodied नीचे की sound which can't probably be heard prominently, लेकिन it's adding this weight to this track. So this is a common production trick जो काफ़ी लोग use करते हैं. So let's do the opposite of that too. मैंने क्या किया, I wanted more huskiness in my voice. So most people लोग क्या करते हैं, they'll grab an EQ और उसको जाके ऊपर 12K के ऊपर या 10K के ऊपर EQ करना शुरू कर देते हैं अपनी main voice को, which kind of doesn't solve the purpose, and that is not usually a technique जो लोग use करते हैं. What I did instead, I just recorded one layer of air, means just high voice. इसमें कोई pitch भी नहीं है, so I don't have to pitch correct this. Over here you can see I've put no plugins. I've not pitch corrected this at all. There's no plugin here. It's just air, and it's going to sound funny. But you guys can see actually what this sounds like. So in isolation. Haven't found what I'm looking for, what I'm looking for. And I still. So I told you it's going to sound funny, but it's not going to sound so funny. जब इसको साथ में हर चीज़ के साथ बजाएंगे, then you'll realize what I'm talking about. It's going to sound very nice and actually add weight and punch and air to the vocal. So let's listen to everything now with all these voices on. And I still haven't found what I'm looking for, what I'm looking for. And I still haven't found what I'm looking for, what I'm looking for. So you can just make the right balance which works for you. Again, what I'm going to do is go back to the main vocal here and switch off the reverb and everything and just play this whole track in a dry state to you. You can obviously balance ke low ya high kitna hona chahiye according to your taste and what you want to show. So there it is. Sorry. And I still haven't found what I'm looking for, what I'm looking for. Okay, sounds like a proper produced production. Now this is a single voice again. Not to say कि single voice use नहीं करनी चाहिए. Single voice definitely use करनी चाहिए as it is. But when you come to the chorus section where you're just one singer, you don't have like a chorus singing around you. You can use these techniques to actually make the listener believe that there is a jump in the song and it's a fuller part. With these layers actually being invisible. तो ये काफी evident नहीं होनी चाहिए. लेकिन still they have their space. So let's listen. And I still haven't found what I'm looking for, what I'm looking for. And I still haven't found what I'm looking for. So as you can see, it's adding emotion now with all reverb, everything. Let's listen to it without the pad. And I still haven't found what I'm looking for, what I'm looking for. And I still haven't found what I'm looking for, what I'm looking for. So just simple tricks like these can actually make it work. आप एक और काम कर सकते हैं in case your song is even lower scale than this. You can also do a falsetto of the tune in an upper false voice and add that layer also. तो उससे एक और एक energy space आ जाएगी. And of course, I'm not going to show you DT double tracking because वो तो सबको ही पता है. You can just double your voice and sing the same thing and make 3 voices or 3. There's one very popular artist who works with us. मैं उसका नाम नहीं लूँगा, but he does like 8 or 9 layers of his voice, which is, I found that a bit strange. But anyway, that's my opinion. So I hope this was helpful. And yes, of course, we're coming down to the real mixing. Abhi to I have not showed you any EQing or compression. So in the next module is going to be a vocal mixing with the whole track. So I'm going to show you how that progresses. Okay, so stay tuned. And of course, give me your feedback if you're liking these. Is something else you want to see? So let me know. So I'm going to say goodbye and I'll see you in production 3. That is the third module of this. Bye-bye.